Excuse me, ma'am. Do you think, you could put your phone down? Okay, I don't care if your husband is cheating. Read the sign. Please refrain from cell phone use in this area. Otherwise, we will give you the most vicious animal we've got. Okay? Okay. Who is it annoying? Well, it's annoying me, myself, and I. Thank you. Hello and welcome to Jacob's Pet Adoption Agency. How can I help you? Here to adopt a pet. Okay. Is it your first time adopting a pet here? It is. Okay. Well, we have a few different pets available at this time. We have small animals. We have kind of more bigger animals like horses, dogs, like German Shepherds, you know, like that. Fish. We even have fish, rabbits, you know, things like that. So, at our pet adoption agency, we kind of do it a little bit more differently. What we do is we kind of do what we like to call basically pet speed dating, where we show you the different animals we have, and then we will bring you to a special room, and you can look at the animals, play with them, you know, feed them treats, kind of see if they are right for you. So would that sound good? Okay, yes, I have some time to help you. So, we currently have, what kind of animal were you looking for? Kind of a small animal. Okay, well, we currently have about 4 small animals right now, so let's just get started. So, the first small animal is actually 2 small animals. Their names are Brownie and Sebastian. They are both guinea pigs, also known as Kiwi Parakeet. They are both 2 years old. They were born in July 2016. They are both from Metro Detroit, Michigan, just like most of our pets are. About guinea pigs. The guinea pig or domestic guinea pig, Kiwi Parakeet, also known as a Kiwi or domestic Kiwi, is a species of rodent belonging to the family Kiwidae in the genus Kiwi. Despite their common name, these animals are not in the pig family Suidae, nor do they come from Guinea in Africa, and the origin of their name is still unclear. They originated in the Andes of South America, and studies based on biochemistry and hybridization suggest they are domesticated descendants of a closely related species of Kiwi, and therefore do not exist naturally in the wild. So guinea pigs, they are pretty easy to care for. They're kind of like a step above a hamster or a mouse. Now, do you have any kids that you're getting the pet for, or are you just getting it for yourself? Just for yourself. Okay, so it seems like, you know, a pretty good pet. So these are the things that you would need for 2 guinea pigs, or really just a guinea pig. You would want a well-designed cage with a solid bottom. You don't want to really get like a pet store type cage, because those are just too small for the guinea pigs. You're really just better off like getting like a little kiddie pool and then just going to Petco and buying like a cheap $10-15 like puppy pen to put around it, and getting, you know, some bedding and putting it in there with all their different toys. So it's actually a lot cheaper than a cage. Most of the pet store cages are around like $100, like $100 for like a kit with everything, and you know those are good, but yeah, they're very small. You want to make sure they're gonna not be nervous. In a smaller cage, they're actually a lot more nervous. People who have like shy guinea pigs, like I have some shy guinea pigs as well, what happens is when I gave them a bigger cage, they weren't that scared, because they know that if, you know, something hits the fan, they can just have a bigger area to hide in. And then you would want a pet carrier for transport to the vet, or, you know, places. You want newspaper and bedding. If you do decide to use newspaper, make sure that you check with the local news company. The newspaper you're going to be using, make sure that it is a soy ink newspaper, because if they eat it, you don't want them ingesting any type of like printer ink. So yeah, just make sure it's soy ink. You need a hay rack and a water bottle holder. You're going to want to have 2 pet bowls. You're going to want to have one of everything, like not one of everything of toys, but you're going to want 2 hay racks. You're going to want 2 water bottles, because they can be like pretty territorial at times. You know, sometimes, you know, they can get pretty territorial. Sometimes they're cuddly and loving. They're just like a mood swing type animal, which is what I call them. You want to make sure they do have a 24/7 supply of hay, so that because the hay helps them grind their teeth down, and it prevents them from wanting to chew on other things like your fingers, or, you know, their cage, or, you know, things that might fall in their cage, or things that might just fall in their cage, stuff like that. You want heavyweight food dishes that are unnibblable and untippable. I wouldn't recommend putting their water in a bowl, because even though you can get the most untippable bowls ever, they will find a way to knock it over or something like that. Plus, there have been cases reported where, you know, they stuck their whole head in it and, you know, almost drowned. So it's a lot better if you just give them, you know, what is it? A water bottle. Just hang on the cage. Then you want to give them like hidey houses, you know, items for them to nest in, tunnels and shelters. And, you know, because obviously they want to sleep, you know, they want to stay warm and protected together. You want to give them things that they can climb onto, or they can climb under, kind of like burrow, kind of like ferrets. And then you would want storage bins for hay, pellet food, bedding, and other supplies. You would want an appointment at a vet for a introductory piggy checkup. We can also give you some care sheets so that you can perform your own at-home checkups on them. You know, in case you can't get them to the vet, kind of like just give them a checkup every couple of weeks. And then you would also want medical things such as toenail clippers, a styptic pencil, mineral oil, and cotton swabs, because, you know, it's just good to have those medical things around. And then on to some food that they love. So first I'm going to start off with some common foods that they can have almost all the time, and then I'll go on to some foods that can be fed in moderation, you know, every couple of weeks. So for their common loves, they like artichoke, beetroot, skinned, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower leaves, cucumber, which cucumber is a good thing to give them in the summer, as it has a lot of water in it and helps them hydrate. Also celery, kale, kohlrabi, I believe that's how you say it, parsnips, peppers, red and green without seeds. No, not like chili peppers, you know, like the little bell peppers. Yeah, they love that a lot. You just cut it up in little skins, and you can even get like another bell pepper and like put it all in there and give it to them to eat and stuff. Put hay in there, you know, put food in there, kind of just, you know, make them some good culinary dishes every once in a while. Some sprout stalks, sweet corn, swede, no, not Swedish citizens, swede, and turnips. So if you're ever driving behind a turnip truck, you can literally grab a turnip that fell off and feed it to them. So let's get on to some foods that should only be fed in moderation, as they can cause some troubles like bloating and different things like that. Apples. The reason why you don't want to give this to them too often is because with the citrus it can cause mouth sores, so yeah. And then we have bananas, kiwi fruit, lettuce contains a sedative, melon, oranges, pears, raspberries, spinach contains oxalic acid, so a minimum of 2 leaves a week, and then strawberries and tomatoes. So if you want, you can continue to look at this. Okay. Okay, so would you be interested in a cat, possibly? Yeah. Kind of just looking for, you know, whatever you can find. Okay. So this is a cat. Her name is Squeakers. She is a tabby cat, also known as the Felis catus. I believe I said that correctly. She is 4 years old. She was born in September 2014. She is from Metro Detroit, Michigan, just like all the other pets we have here. Now about tabby cats. The tabby cat is a small to medium breed of domesticated cat. If you've owned a pet cat or know someone that has, chances are that it is a tabby cat. The tabby cat is a great companion for those who live in a variety of spaces, from small apartments to large estates. So yeah, just a little bit of history for you on what they are. They're also known as the striped tiger cats. You know, most common house cats are tabbies. So, the things needed: you will need food and water bowls, food canned and dry, a litter box and scooper, kitty litter, a collar. You're going to want to make sure that along with the collar, if your county allows it, you want to make sure that you also register them. Some counties tell you need to register your cats. Some counties don't need you to register your cats. They're all different. You want to make sure, again, along with the collar, an ID tag with your phone number. You can get an ID tag. You can go to Petco. They have those little machines. You can also order them online for really cheap. It's just good to have in case, you know, something happens, you know, someone comes over, accidentally lets your cat out, and, you know, someone finds it. It would also be a good idea if you do get a cat to get it microchipped, just in case. You also want to make sure, just like if you're going to get a guinea pig, you want to make sure you have a pet transport carrier. You also want to make sure you have nail clippers, a feline toothbrush, and toothpaste. Just like with dogs, you need to brush their teeth. A brush or comb, kind of depends on her length, even if they don't really have a lot of messy hair. They just love it. You want to make sure that you have a sponge and scrub brush, just as you would with any pet, so in case, you know, they make a mess, you can clean it out. You want to make sure you have super absorbent paper towels, like I said, just in case something happens. A non-toxic cleaner, a enzymatic odor neutralizer, again, just in case an accident happens, and a variety of toys. Catnip is a favorite. And then also first aid supplies for the cat. You might also want to keep some band-aids around in case you guys play around a little too much and kind of get a scratch or something. And then food that they love. They can actually have a lot of people food. Fish, oatmeal, fish oils, cheese, canned baby food, pumpkin, turkey, tuna, obviously, fresh fruit, fresh veggies, cooked eggs, bread, chicken, peas, yogurt, and even a little bit of ice cream from time to time. It just really depends on, what they like, if, you know, they like the taste of it. So, I'll just give that to you so you can read, and we will move on, okay? So, we have two other animals that kind of, I think, would be good for you. We have Milo, who is a betta, and then we have Kiwi, who is a parakeet. So, would you like to go over these two, or kind of just make a decision between those now? Go between these two? Okay. So, what about we get started with Kiwi? Again, this is Kiwi. She is a parakeet, also known as, I'll probably mess this up, Meleptopicus undulatus, or you can just call him a budgie. Kiwi is 4 years old. She was born August 2014. Again, from Metro Detroit, Michigan. And now about parakeets. A parakeet is any one of a large number of small to medium-sized species of parrot in multiple genera. that generally have long tail feathers. Older spellings still sometimes encountered are parakeet or parakeet. Parakeet, kind of with a Q-U-E-T. Things needed are just really simple. You want to make sure you have some water, some toys, some food, a cuddle bone, mineral block, a good sized cage, and some millet spray. Yes, the millet spray, it's for, no, not like for bad behavior, but kind of, if you want to train them to get them on to come and sit on your finger. Kiwi, we haven't really taught him or her, haven't really taught her that much about training, so you would probably have to learn how to get her to be timid. But the foods they love are lettuce, broccoli, carrot, shredded preferably, corn, peas, spinach, celery, and different seeds. Okay. Yeah, the birdies are they're very easy to care for, but again, you want to make sure that when you get any pet, even like a fish, like this one right here, if you do get them, you want to make sure you do a lot of research, kind of, take it in for a few days, and, make sure you have like a vet fund in case things go wrong and you need to get them to the vet right away. Okay, so let's move on to Milo, okay? Okay. So if you don't already know, let me give that to you so you can watch. This is Milo. He is, again, a betta, also known as a betta splendens. Let me show you him some more. He is 3 months old. He was born in August 2018, and again, from Metro Detroit, Michigan. So, about bettas. The Siamese fighting fish, Betta splendens, commonly known as the betta fighting fish, is a popular fish in the aquarium trade. Bettas are a member of the gourami family and are known to be highly territorial, so you never want to put two males together. Female and male are okay, but if you can, try and divide them because you don't want any babies. Because for breeding purposes, it's really very dangerous to have them breed. They can die very easily from breeding. But yeah, so again, males in particular are prone to high levels of aggression and will attack each other if housed in the same tank. Female bettas can also become territorial towards each other if they are housed in too small of an aquarium. It is typically not recommended to keep male and female bettas together, except temporarily for breeding purposes, which should always be undertaken with caution and done by a professional. The things needed, you want to try and get a minimum of a 5-gallon tank. There is a pet store around here, I forgot what it's called, but they do like if you go in there, sometimes they'll have different sales, like $1 per gallon, and you get like a $10 tank, 10-gallon tank for $10, 20-gallon tank for $20, 5-gallon tank for $5, things like that. And then you want to make sure you get a filter and a heater, just as you would with any tropical fish. You want to get them gravel, some fake plants, and also things to hide and swim in, along with water dechlorinator. Kind of get all the chlorinization out of your water when you put tap water in their tank. So the food that they love is obviously fish food. They love bloodworms, white worms, glass worms, fruit flies, mosquito larvae, daphnia, brine shrimp, frozen, live, or in gel, and also fairy shrimp. So kind of just give that to you for a second to kind of take in. Okay, so now that you have seen all of the different pets we have for adoption, it is now time for the speed adoption process. So I'm going to bring you back to a special room, and I will bring all of these pets in one by one with all of their different supplies that they have to kind of give you an idea of what food they like. We can also give you some of the food that we have here that they normally eat, just so that you don't have to kind of waste any money on some new food and kind of just use up the old stuff that we always give them. Okay? please follow me and we will get started with the guinea pigs as they were the first one I showed you, okay? Okay, let's go. Okay, so here is Sebastian, and this is Brownie. Right here. Oops. What do you got on your ear? But let me first show you Sebastian. So we actually do have to trim his nails in a minute before we give him to you, before if you want to adopt him. Brownie over here, he is more of kind of quiet and shy, and Sebastian, this one here, he's kind of more outgoing, very explorative, you know, likes to run and, you know, kind of have fun. He's kind of more of the dominant piggy. So this is the house that they like. I apologize for the condition of it. It's a little bit old. As you can see, he loves to go in his hidey house. But you want to make sure you kind of get a house like this, so they have somewhere to hide. And then for bedding, again, you can use either newspaper, but make sure it's soy ink newspaper. You can also use aspen bedding, but before you use aspen bedding, you want to make sure that there's no fragrance added to it. It has been completely dried out by the company. And then over here is the normal pellet that they use. Nope. This is just normal Hearts guinea pig pellet food. That's what it looks like. And then they just get normal hay from the pet store. Some normal Timothy hay. This is what the hay looks like. It just comes in little hay strands, and I love this. I just put the hay over there, and I love this stuff. Come here, Sebastian. So this again is Brownie, right here. He is very shy, kind of cuddly. Like I said, he likes to chew a lot, so make sure there's no cords falling in there or anything like that if you decide to adopt them. And like I said before, with any pet, you kind of want to get a pack of sponges, you know, for cleaning the cage and things like that. So now let's move on to Squeakers. So just hold on a second while I go and get her. Okay, so here is Squeakers the Tabby Cat. I apologize for any noise in the room. The air is currently on. here is Squeakers. So, one of Squeakers' favorite treats, which if you decide to adopt her, we will give you these, are Delitables. They are center-filled cat treats. They are tuna flavor. Would you like these? Yeah, she's eating right now, so she might not want any. Do you want some of these? Just throw them in there. Oh yes, these are her favorite. And as said before, we can give these to you if you'd like. Another one of her favorite things are bulldog sardines in water. But you probably wouldn't want to give this to her too much. But it's a good treat every once in a while. She actually does not like wet food a lot. It kind of gives her the runs. So yeah. And like I've said before, you always want to get some different things, like a pack of sponges, before kind of, you know, clean up everything. But yeah, so this is pretty much Squeakers right here in kind of her normal state. She's very outgoing, very loving. She likes to be scratched. She likes to be petted. Yes, if you can hear that, that is Kiwi. So yeah. So how about we move on to Kiwi now? Okay? Okay. Let me go and get Kiwi. Okay, so here is Kiwi. Sorry about that. So I cannot take her out of the cage because we don't want her to kind of fly around. We don't really have a lot of supplies to show you for her. This is really the only stuff that I could actually show you. Most of the stuff is in her cage. She has kind of a, I forgot what it's called, one of those bone things kind of right here, if you can see that. A toy over there, and then kind of a fake bird. As you can see, she's kind of tipped him over a little bit. This is her food. So this is just normal parakeet food. Okay, so let's go on to Milo the Betta, okay? Okay. Okay, so here is Milo the Betta Fish. As you can see in his bowl, this is just his temporary housing so that we could show him to you. He has some blue gravel down here, a little fake plant up here. This is another fake plant that we kind of give him in between tank changes. So yeah, this is very essential, you know, just so he has something to kind of have in there, kind of like the fake plant he already has. This is his normal fish food. Oops. His is normal fish food right here. They are little pellets or beads. And this is a little bowl. A couple of months ago, we had kids come in from their school and check out the animals, and we had a little thing where they could make different things, and one of the kids wanted to make him a little bowl to keep his food in. So if you decide to adopt him, we would give you his little bowl as well. Let me give him a little bit of his food. Kind of just get a little. He might not be hungry right now. And then this little piece of wood right here. It's kind of dried wood right here. Kind of put that down in there with him if you want. I'm not gonna put it in there right now because it won't fit. But yes. So yes, this is Milo, okay? So kind of like look at him a little bit, kind of watch him swim around. Okay. So how about we go back to the front, back to my desk, and we make a decision, okay? Okay.